Good morning, welcome back to another video of the 0 to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so basically I did my 1 hour farm. I've kind of left it running while I went and made a cup of tea. But at the end of the day, the farm that we were doing for the day was the Mount Haijal farm, which is located right about here in Mount Haijal. And all we're going to be doing today is killing these little flame elementals. These flame elementals are only visible once you have completed the Firelands quest chain or quest line. It's a chain quest anyway, regardless. And pretty much all we do is fly around killing all of them, and they basically respawn. So pretty much what we're going to be doing is, well, what we have done is you follow it all the way around, all the way up to the top over here. And it is really simple. Just take them out, kill them, loot them. Don't forget to put Treasure of Finding on. A couple of my subscribers actually mentioned yesterday that I didn't use Potion Treasure of Finding for the Volatile Water Farm. So obviously my bad. I actually forgot that one. But at least I can actually count on you guys to remind me when I've actually messed up. But other than that, on its own, it has come on my realm to about 8,000 gold per hour, which isn't too great at this moment in time. But if we open all the treasure chests, this should actually ramp up our gold per hour using the potion, the treasure finding potion. So hopefully this will actually boost us up to a reasonable amount of gold for pretty much what we're actually doing. So I managed to gain like a lot over 30 of these treasure chests while doing this, and at the moment we're currently sat at 10,000 gold per hour for this farm with the treasure finding. So it's already made its gold back by buying it off the auction house. Obviously if you're an alchemist you can craft it yourself, but to be honest, it's not that hard to just go ahead and do. So at the end of the day, is it worth using the potion of treasure finding? Yes, for this farm. Yes, for the volatile water farm from yesterday. And personally, it has now just ramped us up to over 5,700 gold extra just by whipping that potion on. That 700 gold was actually the price of the potion treasure finding, so I've gained an additional 5,000 gold just by adding that on. Now obviously the greens I will be selling on the auction house because any transmog is good transmog at this moment in time. I'm not even worried about it. To be honest, most of the Cataclysm stuff seems to be actually selling on my realm. I don't know actually why, because I really hate Cataclysm transmog items, I guess. But they seem to be selling, so I'm going to shove them on the auction house. But other than that, that is pretty much the farm for the day. Now let's get into how much we've made for the hour. For the gold for this week is 28,306 gold. So for the day we have made about nearly 30k worth. I'm pretty happy with that. That will just add that into the bag. So we're currently sat at 232,307 gold. That's not too bad if I do say so myself. So at the end of the day, pretty chuffed with that right there. So that's pretty good. Okay, so the next part of this video is answering a comment from yesterday, and if I can pull it up. The comment for the day yesterday was, Della, you ever plan on making a guide for a old world crafting gold guide? Recently I leveled my priest to 120 and he has tailoring, and wondered if I should go learn as many old recipes as, and then I kind of like clipped it by accident. But yeah, and I followed up by saying I would actually cover it in this video, what types of like transmog you can like pretty much craft and do with your tailoring. So that being the case, let's get into this. Okay, so when it comes to tailoring, obviously I actually have Potion of Treasure Finding on this character. Wow. Basically, what you're going to want to do is make sure you have your TSM, make sure it's updated, and then all you have to do is look for things that have profit. But when it comes to the old world stuff, so we'll close down the Legion stuff, we'll close down the Drana stuff. Pandaria, I'm going to skip. When you say old world, I think of basically the old world stuff. So things like Mooncloth. Mooncloth is great for flipping. The Mooncloth flip provides you with a lot of gold, and the profit on this is out of whack. I think I know why, because Thunderhorn is a bit of a wacky realm to actually try and sell stuff on. But at the end of the day, Mooncloth, you just get some Fellcloth, and then you just go to the Moonwell in Darnassus, or any other Moonwell for that matter, and you just clean it basically. 2 Fellcloth turn into 1 Mooncloth, and you can sell it for a decent amount. That is way too high though, I will guarantee that. You can probably buy the Fellcloth for around about like 20 to 50 gold a piece, and then you can probably just sell it on for pretty much double what you bought it for. I don't know why it's showing up for like 6k on that. That is a bad way. Now, I would say crafting things into bolts, that doesn't actually work all that well. You can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. You do have things like the Runecloth headband. So what I go for is things like the Dreamweave's circlet, or whatever it's supposed to be. And when it comes to crafted transmog, you want to look at obviously the crafting cost and the profit that goes along with it. So if it sells for like 88 gold, I don't bother crafting it. But if it's something like 19,000 gold, and then I can check on the auction house or look at the sell rates of it, and unfortunately this one doesn't actually have a sell rate next to it, but I can definitely see with the Fellcloth hood that it is at a 0.02. I would probably craft this for 1,000 gold. That's just how I do it. And again, with 159 gold for the black Mageweave headband, it's at a 0.05 and it's 159 gold. I would ponder on crafting something along those lines. Now, these are the ones that I like to get into, and this is shoulders. Shoulders, pretty much, if you are a tailor, I recommend that you just craft anything, any shoulder, every shoulder, besides like the double stitch, like this stuff here. So the green silken shoulders, the reinforced woolen shoulders, and the double stitch woolen shoulders, they don't sell all that well. But I would go with like the Runecloth shoulders, or the flare core mantle and all that jazz. Those ones seem to sell really fast, and along with that I would recommend that you actually sell robes as well. But when it comes to robes, I recommend that you just craft pretty much as many as you can. That is over around about 500 gold. The more you have of a variety on the auction house, it is the exact same as going out and farming up transmog. In that sense, you just need a variety on the auction house. So when it comes to the robes, I recommend that you actually make anything that is over 500 gold. Well, the Shadow Weave robe, I would still make that because it's near enough 500, so 477. The sell rates on these transmog items just gives you an idea on how fast they will sell. It's not a guarantee, so you could probably create something at a 0.01 that could sell tomorrow. But at the end of the day, anything that is not common, so you want to go for an uncommon item, rare items, and epic items, sell those on the auction house. I don't really do just common items or grey items. I don't think you can craft grey items, but you get my gist on that. I would just recommend that you just don't craft braces. Braces, they're just not worth my time. Legs, definitely. Legs, I would recommend that you actually do as well. And along with that, pretty much any of the old world like sets. So like the Fellcloth set, the Runecloth set, the Cindercloth set, and the Shadowweave set. just craft those as well if you want to make a decent amount of gold as well. Just don't craft the braces. They, like, I just don't even bother crafting braces because they just well, Transmog never sells, I guess, but they just don't want to sell, and that is the most frustrating thing. When it comes to back pieces, craft every single one. Again, it's really, really easy to understand. Like, when it comes to tailoring and all that jazz, it's one of those things. And again, with shirts, if you want to just start off, like a bottom line start off with, oh, I want to sell some crafted transmog, you make every single shirt you have in your inventory. I'm not even joking. You can make a lot of gold just by creating bulk loads of tailored shirts. Now, I recommend that you actually make like at least like 10 of each and just bung them all on the auction house. I don't recommend this a lot when it comes to like selling anything, but I do this with the shirts and there is no problem whatsoever when it comes to that. So all in all, is tailoring a good way of making gold? Yes, it is. It does take a while to sell. The shirts are the most frequent sellers, I find. Then it is the robes, and then it is the shoulder pads. The rest of it, I would recommend that you actually just start off with the shirts, then make your way into the robes and the shoulders, then go into like the legs. Just don't craft the braces. I keep saying that, but just don't craft the braces. You're going to waste your gold. But along with that, I do recommend that you should learn pretty much all of your recipes for tailoring before you like sell them on. Mainly because whatever you can actually craft extra is additional gold when it comes to selling transmog. It just depends on what you really want to do. Do you want to sell transmog, or do you want to just sell the recipe and get a little bit of gold there? Personally, I like to do crafted transmog, but obviously when it comes to the gold cap challenge, I don't have that luxury at the moment. I am considering getting rid of like mining or tailoring, mining or herbalism, and switching it up for like blacksmithing or something, but that would be at a future later date so I can invest a large amount of gold into those things. So tell me what you think. What do you think on tailoring? And that being the case, guys, I shall see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye bye.